With Jessica, I met by chance, and then I decided that such a meeting was prescribed in advance somewhere from above. Until I took off the rose-colored glasses, I took her phone number the same evening, I called her and asked her out, and soon as they say, went on. We called every day. She came to me several times a week. We watched movies, talked, ordered food home well. And of course, without Tim did not do without. But usually around 9 o'clock in the evening she left me, as I did not ask her to stay the night. Jessica every time refused. That's enough. Mom will worry, said the friend, so you're 24, not 15. She must understand that sooner or later you will leave her house. Yes, she understands, but for now Mom is not ready for it, sadly replied the friend, putting on a jacket in the hallway. Introduce us, and she will see that I am reliable and responsible. Try to find a solution to the problem. I will definitely introduce you, just a little later. Now she has a difficult period. When the time comes, I will introduce you. She already loves you, in absentia. I told her that you're a breath of fresh air for me. Believe me, it's true. It's true. I really care about you. Her words poured honey into my ears, and I melted like ice cream in the sun from such compliments. I couldn't think about what a difficult period her mom was going through when I invited Jessica, even for a weekend picnic or a camping trip with an overnight stay. She flatly refused on the grounds of her mother's anxiety, and often said that she had an irregular schedule at work and sometimes had to go camping. It seems to me that you only have work Saturdays when I invite you. I once said that I have nothing to hold on to. It is just a coincidence, Jessica replied carelessly and quickly changed the subject. This moment should have alerted me, but I was too blind. Everything was put in its place by one incident. We met near my house, and I suggested that we go to a cafe and have a snack. Jessica tried to refuse and insisted that we go to my place as soon as possible, motivated by the fact that she missed me very much. But I was very hungry, so we walked into the mall. I confidently headed towards the tea shop and burger place, and my girlfriend had no choice but to follow me up the stairs to the second floor. They stopped to chat, and I could see that my girlfriend was very uncomfortable. She answered questions as one syllable as possible, and tried to leave as soon as possible. Oh, you are not alone, creepily said. The acquaintance, how interesting. If I'm not mistaken, we went out by the handle, right by the handle. I just handed him a lighter, quietly replied Jessica, apparently hoping that I'm not mistaken. But there was no lighter. We said goodbye. We ate and spent the evening at my house, but there was a strange feeling that did not let me go, although I tried to banish these thoughts. A week later, an acquaintance of Jessica wrote to me on social networks, "Good afternoon. I hardly found you. Remember we met at the mall last week? I'm Sarah." I replied that of course I remember, and thought, why such sacrifices and searches? We began to communicate, and I found out what made my hair stand on end. Turns out 3 years ago, Jessica and this Sarah were good friends. Sarah had a boyfriend that her friend liked. She made eyes at him for a long time, and then she went for the heavy artillery. She made up something about her friend and fought the guy off. Of course, the relationship between the girls spoiled, but they worked in the same company, so they could not completely avoid each other. Jessica met with this guy for almost a year, and it was getting close to the wedding. They had a fight, and Jessica decided to push him in the face. When she got her finger in his eye, he lost control of himself for a moment, and they crashed into a parked car. Jessica got away with bruises and bumps, and the guy was bedridden for the last 2 years, for the rest of his life. She took care of him, cooked, fed, and everything else. And financially, it probably wasn't that easy either. I thanked Sarah, and I wanted to talk to Jessica. I wondered who I was to her, just a spare plane to blow off steam. She was in this relationship to finish what she lacked in her previous relationship. Or maybe she was going to leave me altogether. Unfortunately, I didn't get any answers, Jessica. stopped contacting. Apparently Sarah told her that she told me everything, and now I'm in a very difficult position. It turns out I almost stole a girl from a lying guy. Yes, if I had known about the situation, I wouldn't have approached this person.